So last night was Valentine's Day, and I was watching a movie with my kids, cuddling with them on the couch. And they got me my favorite shortbread cookie for Valentine's Day, and I had eaten about half of it and set it next to me. And as I was eating, I knew some crumbs had fallen onto my shirt, and I hadn't yet eaten them. I felt something on my chest, and then I went to go feel what it was, and I was like, oh, a big crumb. Awesome. So I put it into my mouth, and then I felt something on my tongue that felt painful. And I was like, that's weird because a shortbread cookie is soft. So what could have poked my tongue? And then I paid attention to what was in my mouth, and I realized it's kind of squiggling. And I was like, that doesn't really feel like the texture of a cookie. So I spit it out and throw it. And I'm about to just re-engage with the movie and just say that was weird. And then I'm like, it almost felt like a bug. I think I need to see this bug. So I moved the table so that I can see, because I can see whatever I threw out of my mouth is not moving. I moved the table, and then it starts moving and running towards me. And what is it? It's a huge spider. It's a huge spider that I had just put into my mouth. And as I tried to crumble the shortbread cookie that I thought I had in my mouth, the spider bit my tongue. And then I put it into my hands and threw it out. It was the biggest spider I've seen in my house. I can't believe that happened, that I picked up a spider and put it into my mouth, and then it bit me in the mouth, and then I threw it. And then, because I live alone with my kids, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if I have to go to the hospital with a swollen tongue, I need to know what kind of spider that was. And it's running. So I kill it. And I try to take a picture of it. And I'm going to identify it. But at this point, I am having a full-on panic attack. I cannot believe this just happened. I've been arachnophobic most of my life. And just a few short years ago, I took some steps to not be arachnophobic anymore. And so I cannot believe that this just happened. I have never been bitten by a spider in my life. This was my first time being bitten on the tongue after putting a spider into my mouth. I could see that it had markings on its butt, but I could not figure out what just happened. And so I just kind of walked around my house staring at my kids saying, what was that? How? Why? And just freaking out. And I have not been able to do anything about looking up what the spider is yet. And then my kids tell me the dog just ate the spider. So now the spider's completely gone. I can't even prove to anybody how large this thing was. Total with its legs, it was about a quarter. A quarter. In my mouth. I put it in my mouth. So I tried FaceTiming my sister. It's Valentine's Day. Everybody I know is coupled. They're all busy. Thank the Lord, I called one friend who was on her way home from her Valentine's Day dinner. So she came here to help try to talk me down by making jokes and puns about eating spiders. And it hasn't been 24 hours yet, but I haven't had a full hour of time go by, unless I'm asleep, where I'm not remembering the visceral feeling of having a spider bite my tongue and squiggle in my mouth. So I'm not actually sure what one would learn from this. There's one thing you can learn from this. Did you know that no matter the spider, if it bites your tongue, there's less of a chance that will actually do anything because the toxins are not transmitted through your tongues quite as easy as any other part of your body? Lucky me. By the way, it ended up being a sac spider, which is usually not bad if it bites a human, as long as it doesn't get a bacterial infection from having just recently eaten something decaying and dead. So that's good. Other than that, I guess look before you put something in your mouth is the lesson. I don't really know if this is going to reignite arachnophobia or further dismantle it, because like now I've put one in my mouth. So how bad could it be? Really, I guess.